Okay, so for those who just joined, right, I just posted this one, right, and I make the uh, important announcement here. So the first one is about group earlier. The due date is on Sunday, this week, Sunday, next Sunday, 5th of January, 59. That means after Sunday, I don't, you get a penalty, but hope that nobody submit late. Right. So folks regarding the assignment, ask questions, right, to clarify something. And actually, I already posted the video for some of the questions I've discussed. Yeah, right. Please know this is a group assignment. Why some word missing? And you are expected to work as a team. So as promised, I will provide example and clarify some assignment question during the first lesson for this week, right? And please note any clarification regarding assignment will be addressed during the practical class. So I raise via email because I already clarified in the practical class, right? Any question you can ask me during practical class because I don't want to entertain one by one. I have almost 150 students, right? Just say 50% of students come to me. I need to respond 75 students. So any clarification, let me know during the class where I go through it, right? So I think I cover most of the part and few questions. Okay, no slide or material will be shared after my briefing. Okay, so I'm not sure about prepare my own slide. I mean, for the briefing, this one. So the material I'm going to not this your group assignment. You have to work in the group. I just give you idea how to. I mean, guidance. Okay, just review. Give you some guidance how to proceed. All right. For the working together as a team. This is very important. I emphasize a team, not work alone. Okay, this is group assignment. So you may refer to that means this session for every session from now I will record and I will immediate after after our session end I will send this video according to the attendance because I just click the button it will send to those who attend this class, right? And one more thing is about group assignment. I received a few students email me the work, right? Ask me to check is it correct calculation. I want to make apologize because I'm not going to check the answer or email. For me, this is unfair, right? Me then, or I say, okay, this is wrong. Then you have a chance to redo. How about the others? The others, they didn't ask me, right? Yeah. So I think to others, right? And also, uh, according to the academic integrity in university, you're supposed to not ask, supposed not to ask your lecturer or tutor, your assignment is correct or not, before submission. Yeah, you can clarify, not asking me to check the answer. All right. So any clarification you can ask me during practical class, as I mentioned, right? So for practical class attend, I noticed some of the students take for granted because I think the first 2 weeks I didn't do any recordings, and the student will attend my class. Now, I mean the feedback from, faculty, the student feedback that they need recording video because they can't follow some say to so we make recording videos for students, to rewatch again. But it's not for those students take for granted to skip the class, right? Not attending the class and so on, right? So please note the recording will only be shared with the student listed on Google Meeting attendance list. So if anyone complain to this, because as faculty mentioned that the student attendance is compulsory and the recording is like support the student learner, not for the students, skip the class and just watch the recording video because the class is online, it's not physical. Right. From my previous class, some students just join 5 minutes, right? So I set the rules. So those who attended more than 45 minutes, so I urge, highly encourage you all join my session. These two sessions, as I go through, I mean, basically this is important for your final exam. If you go through the past year questions, you can see important for your final exam, all right? And there will be no excuse for non-attendance, like students say, okay, I cannot wake up, I cannot this and that, right? Because it's already scheduled in your timetable, right? So if there any emergency, so you must attend a replacement session with another timetable below. So for lesson one, or those already attended, you want to repeat, attend again, you attend. Then if you attend recording video, right? So for Tuesday, because I get a request the student to change, I mean, some maybe it's the New Year Eve, right? Because the class is 7 to 9 p.m. Some student request. So I'm thinking like, if you want to, you want to change to the morning because the class is 7 to 9 p.m. So this one I will confirm again. Okay. And lesson two. So lesson one, I will cover probably the assignment question that are left, few questions I haven't covered. Got time, I will go to the week 6. Got cash budgeting. That one is related to your final exam. And lesson 2, I will cover with me. Yeah. All right. So please let your friends know and other groups, other group beside your group. Yeah. You are as your friend is S2, S1G5 or S2G5 or whatever. Just let them know. Okay. Okay. So I posted the right. So I add this one revision. So these are the important topic, and I didn't see the questions, but the lecturer just hints us, okay, hints the tutors that this topic is important, right? So after we can go through it and they got an example and so on. And also I put on the week 6 and week 7, right? Week 6 and week 7, the answer question as well, right? So without delay, can we just go through the, okay, let me cover assignment so you have time to complete it, right? So make sure you go through your lecture notes. All your lecture notes is very, very important. So for those who skip the lecture, please refer to your friend any part you miss out, right, during the class. Okay, let me just share the slides here, the questions. Okay, so your assignment, right? The assignment. So all of you can see the slide. Okay, your assignment, I have a brief view on the part A and B, right? And part A, I asked you to read some journal articles, all right? And I think I asked you all try the part B first, right? Except the question E. So let's me continue the question E. Actually, I checked with the lecturer. She already covered this hypothesis testing. All right. But since I promised the students that I'm going to pay attention and I give example, right? I give the one example. So you have to understand your question and adapt into your questions. Right? Skill test to determine whether the average salary of picture are lower than those non-picture, right? Show how you run the test. PhD means hypothesis testing, mean we should interpret the findings. So this question require you to use Excel to answer the questions. Okay, you may use the same data set, but I use another variables, okay, to demo. Okay, you can open your data. Okay, I give you a few minutes to open the data. I will demo to you how to do it. To open the data set, your assignment data set, baseball salary. Okay. So your question asking about picture or non-picture, yes or no, right? But I cannot use this variable because it's an assignment. So I use another variables. I use Yankee. Yankee means a native, okay? Is it this is a US, right? New York is US. Is it a US citizen or not US citizen? So as you know, this baseball someday import some players, so it's not Yankee. That means it's not native, it's not citizen. So I'm going to use this variable. Take note. All right. So all of you open your questions ready. So this one is my. I'm not going to share, but I explain here. Okay. So part B, all calculation, visualization, do in Excel, copy and paste, output into report and interpret the results, right? This one I emphasized before, right? But today I'm going to cover question E, perform hypothesis testing. And this is my question, this is my question, example questions, right? Yeah, you can type or you can take photo or whatever, but you can rewatch this video, right? So let's say my question is to determine whether the average salary of Yankee, as I mentioned, is a native or citizen, okay? So in our case, it's a US, right? Are higher than those known to compare two groups, Yankees and non-Yankees, right? And here you can see higher. That means if you recall your year one quantitative study or quantitative methods, right? What AAMS 1773, BMS 1773. So you learn about hypothesis testing. There are three types, right? Basically, there are three types. You have two tails, then you have left tail test, right tail test, right? Okay. So to calculate using Excel, we're going to use the independent t-test. So first, you need to for each group and then perform a t-test. Two sample assuming equal variance or unequal variance. So that's why you need to look at the mean value. And you want to determine whether the Yankees have higher mean. Okay, higher mean, that means higher salary than non-Yankees. Are they equal or not equal in order for you to proceed to use equal variance or unequal variance? Okay. So all of you open the data set. So you have Yankees, right? Okay, let me just demo. Just create one, the blank one. Okay. All right. So first step, look at the Yankees, right? We want to find the salary, right, for Yankees and non-Yankees. Okay. So you create one empty spreadsheet here. One empty spreadsheet. Okay, first we filter, go to Yankee and tick this one. We filter yes. That means we look for Yankees. Okay, we look for Yankees. And then you highlight salary. Paste here. So this one you name it Yankees. So this is a Yankees salary. Okay. Then untick, select, and deselect, or only tick no, only no. So now highlight and paste, copy paste here. So this is non-Yankees. Okay, so now you have Yankees and non-Yankees. First step, I say find the mean and variance. Let's paste here. To find the means and variance. So mean is average. So average for Yankees. So average for non-Yankees. So from here, you can see Yankees higher than non-Yankees, right? This is larger than this one. You can see the difference. Yankees minus non-Yankees. Wow, see, this is the difference. The difference, right? The mean difference. So the variance, use equal VR dot S, variance sample. So again, find for the Yankees. Non-Yankees. So from here, yeah, you can see plus E plus 13 means, that means you times 10 power 13, okay? So this is 872, 872015 value, it's just 13. So it's very large. So from here, you can see very different. right? You can see they are very different. So I just put differences lah. So you can calculate the difference. Yankees is higher lah than non-Yankees. Mm. Okay, so Yankees is higher than non-Yankees. The sample show, right? And just my question to determine, we want to test, is it significant or not? And here also show the difference. Okay, large difference, right? That means unequal variance. Here you can see they have different. If the difference is like 0 point something, then you can consider equal. But this is unequal variance. So this is like first step, okay, to check the mean and variance before we proceed to hypothesis testing. All right. So as you can see, our example is to determine whether average salary of Yankees are higher than those non-Yankees, right? Because we're using sample. When you take another sample, maybe non-Yankees is higher than Yankees, right? So that's why we want to perform the test. Okay, next we want to perform the t-test. Two samples assuming equal variance or unequal. It depends your results here. So from here is unequal variance, right? You can see very different. You get 4.57 times 10 power 13, okay, unequal. Okay, so we go to data analysis. And then we go to t-test. You can see you got three types. Pair, equal, unequal. So you have to use unequal variance because unequal is here. Then click OK. Okay, maybe let me just screenshot. Unequal, okay, unequal variance. So variable one, because you're testing Yankees higher, so Yankee must be the first one, all right? So Yankees, highlight from the label, non-Yankees. Okay, hypothesize mean put 0 because your now hypothesis is 0 means no different, right? Yeah. So we want test they are different, is higher. And alpha, we set 0.05 is 5%. So you can just let it be new worksheet. Okay. We just print screen this one. So take note, my case is Yankees. You just change to your case. You can setting, do the same setting. Okay. So that means you can show like this. Okay, show like this in your Excel. Right? So this is a let's say part B. So this is a results, right? So what you can do, you can combine it in one page. You can copy paste cut and paste it results. or you want to paste here also can. That's right. Okay, so these are results. So what you can do is you can also paste this result into your you can print screen. Okay, what you can do, you can print screen, put into your report like this. Okay, then this one you can delete lah. Okay, so this one you can delete. So you have many spreadsheet, right? A, part B, A, B, A, C, A, D. Okay, so from here you can see your result because this is, as I mentioned, you have three types. You got two-sided, left side and right side. So in our case, Yankee is the first group, right? So you must put Yankee first. And you test larger, right? Because the mean is larger, yes. So here we set 0. 0 means be equal. Okay. So there is this is a one tail test because you test higher. So one tail test you have to refer here. Okay, one tail. If you test equal or not equal, different or no different, then you refer this value. For this case, you refer this answer. Okay, this answer. Right? So as I mentioned, you print screen. Like the demo, you print screen. Let's say do like this. This is not the answer, take note, because I'm using Yankee. Okay, then you paste to your report example. Let's say this is your report. You can copy paste like this. Okay, or you can just print screen like this also can. Okay, you can print screen like this also can. And then make sure you write the 5 steps here. Okay, you write the 5 steps. You see how I write the 5 steps? Okay, step 1 is a hypothesis. Okay, step 1 is hypothesis. That means setting hypothesis. Okay, what is a hypothesis? That average salary of Yankee are higher than those of non-Yankees. Remember my question? My question is here, ma. To okay, in my case lah. Okay, this is my okay, this is my case. All right. So alternative that is significant that the average salary of Yankees are higher than. So you can see the first one is no significant. Okay. Or you want to make it more no statistically significant. There is a statistically, okay, is higher. So yours is lower and yours is different variable. Take note. So you can see, I want to test higher. Okay, this is from symbol larger because higher. So my null hypothesis must be opposite sign. So less than equal. Okay, so I use the mathematical format. Step 2 is significant level because just I said alpha 5%, 0.05. Okay. This is a so decision rules result has no p-value less than alpha. So in my case, right, just now we refer 0.0256 lah. Okay, you can write longer. 0.0 256 example, rather write 0.03. Okay, so step 5, decision and conclusion. What we can say, okay, since p-value less than, okay, this one p-value less than 0.05, we reject H now, right? If less than, so there is sufficient evidence to conclude there is. So if you reject, means there is statistically significant that the average. Okay, right. So these are bonus mark, but you have to change the context. Okay, yeah. So I give you, now it's 10:41. Okay, I give you time to type it because I'm not going to share out this slide. Okay, yeah, I give you time to write down because you have to present this 5 step and also the working, like this. Like this working. Okay. So I give you time to do it. Okay, I give you time to do it. Uh, yeah. So I give you time to do it. Now 10:45. Maybe I give you like 10 minutes. Try to finish this. I mean, you want to copy or yeah. Try to okay. Try to complete this one. Okay. Now 10:42. Okay, I give you until 11. Okay. So after that, I go to next assignment questions. Okay, so please complete this one. This using my example. Then try later you adapt into your question, assignment question. Okay. Any questions? Any questions? Anyone got questions? A, B, C. Okay, okay. Part A, I will go through it. Yeah, just let you all complete the this part B, right? Because I'm not going to share out this slide because later I don't want the student card. But as I mentioned, this question I create my own, right? It's just like example for to help you in your assignment, right? Okay, to help you in your assignment. So after this, I will go through the part A, then I'll highlight the B and so on, right? So I give one example, something like this, but you adapt in your questions, okay? You don't in your context. Okay, done, right? No question for this one. I'll go to the assignment part A. So part B, I think should be similar. Okay, now go to the, so part A, right? Part A. Okay, part A, you need to discuss on two strategy given in terms of the definitions, benefit, benefits, and or you can say pro and cons. Okay, up to you. And you say pro and cons. And for this part, if the student use ChatGPT, right? If you use ChatGPT without any just, I don't give you, I mean, I give 0 marks. I want the justification. Okay? Because if you use ChatGPT, means you don't have, and ask ChatGPT give you the journal article, but please bear in mind, usually ChatGPT, they give you updated one. Okay? So you still need to, I will emphasize on this part because when I do the marking for this part, I will more strict on this part, right? Because I want to ensure this is your work you put the ChatGPT. A lot of students just get something from ChatGPT without clarifying anything, right? Okay. So based on the justification. So this is very important if I get full marks. Okay. If you just give it a definition, everything without justification for 1 mark or 0 mark. Okay. See how accurate ChatGPT give the answer. Okay. Sometimes ChatGPT also. Okay. B. So part B, you are given the information here, right? So you need to calculate the cash flow and then PB to advise whether LIA should accept the offer. So later I will give you one example similar to this, but maybe some variable I change, okay? But similar to this, okay? So show the working step by step in Excel, recommended based on the NPV value. So with justification. So on. See two-way data table step by step. So I will give example for B, C, D. A competitor, Singapore Airlines offered to acquire Sandy. Okay, so industry PE ratio range from 12 to 20. This question also quite straightforward, right? That means based on the given answer, you calculate the PE ratio. Okay, so PE ratio, you can just go Google, just type PE ratio, you can get the formula. I think in your lecture notes also you have PE ratio formula, right? You just type that price earning ratio, PE, EPS, and so on. Okay, yeah, you can take note. Okay, you can take note this one. PE ratio analysis, show working calculation, Excel, and copy paste the output like just now. But I do copy paste and recommendation with justification. Right. When I say recommendation with justification, you need to cite references or case study, right, to explain. Okay, so you need to calculate the earning per share. Not sure, you see, I simply just type the few, come up few links. Okay, what is the PE ratio? What is EPS? Yeah, you can read more about that. Too much, because there is a words limit. So make sure you just calculate directly. Then when you explain, then you just justify. Calculation not counted at the word count. Okay, so the word count is for recommendation and justification. Right. So first you need to calculate earning per share, which is equal net profit divided by number of share. And then secondly, calculate the share price range. So you have a high end and low end, right? Yeah. So you just calculate this one, then you recommend. Because based on the question, yeah, 12 to 20. So that means you can find the high and low. Okay. So for this part, okay, part D. Okay, part D. You can take note for the part D. Then I will go to part B and C. Any questions you want to clarify? Please ask me now. Because I'm not going to entertain by. No questions? No question? Just unmute yourself and ask. Because when you tap, then I need to go back. Do we need to how we combine our Excel file after each of us done our part? Because I see can't. What you miss? What you miss? You see, you say, wait, I don't get what you miss. Combine, right? Let's say you done this part, right? Then your friend got another Excel file, right? Or copy, create a copy. Then you can create new one, everyone combine. Is it this is what I mean. That means you only submit one Excel file. You just go here, move or copy. Make sure that means the original copy is there. You can choose the existing or new one. Let's say existing, let's say your friends doing this part, you just click, then it add in. Okay, let's say this is my book one just now, right? So let's say I want to add this one. So I can move to the end, then you can always adjust only. So like this one, okay. So I can always adjust or rename it, okay. Is it this what you mean? Combine? Wait, what means show step by step on Excel? Step by step. Excel means in the example print screen. Just now I show like this one, right? This is my this one. Yeah. Which means you have to show, okay, what you have done, calculation. So maybe you need to print screen. That means you can say, okay, you want to make it elaborate more. So you can say, okay, go to data analysis, key test, example, or you then you print screen this one. Like let's say you do go seed or whatever, right? What if study last time I mentioned you must say, okay, you key in what the variable, what equal to what value, which cell and so on, right? Yeah. The practical tension, you must write the step. You don't write step, you don't get the marks. Okay. So at least to show the step. Like this one, you got the in Excel. So if you just let's say write mean equal to 7.3 without the formula, that means no step. No? Step by step means you got the formulas here. Okay, who else? Uh, uh, Part A, do we need to explain both strategy or just strategy? Li Lang, do you listen my I read right here, right? Discuss on two strategy given in terms of definition, benefit, with justification. That means both also need to discuss. Then only recommend a suitable. Okay? Only discuss one suitable strategy that you choose and why you choose it. Okay? Meaning using Excel function or print screen. Junwei, do you understand? You have to submit Excel and also report. Excel is show all the when you print screen is the report. Okay? Right. Anything else? Part A, B, and AC. Okay, now I'm going to part A, B, and AC. Yeah, listen carefully. It's up to you. You want to print screen or whatever because I'm not going to share. This is my example, as I mentioned. So this is your assignment question. Modified from here. I changed value and change some variable name. Okay. So I give example. Okay. Now everyone can see. So you look at my question here. My question is different. Okay, you can print screen or whatever. This is my question. You compare your question. It's slightly different. I must make slightly different. I cannot give you exactly the same is I have you doing your assignment already. This one I also have you do 50% already. So just modify some value and change some information. Okay, include projection of cash flow and NPV. Actually, same lah. Calculate the cash flow and NPV. Okay, just change some wording. Okay, right. So purchase cost of a new plan is 22. Airline trade in, that means the trade in value lah. Okay, same one lah. Just change some 3.2 million annual cash flow, right? For year one, 200 million will be expected to grow 25% for the next 4 years. I think this one everyone should know, right? Growth rate. So maintenance costs, new plane is 1.2 million. Depreciate, okay, depreciate rate lah. Here's the depreciation balance rate of 30%. Scrap value, okay, scrap value at end of 5 years. Okay. The plan will depreciate and any scrap value remaining at year 5 will be redeemed for cash, right? Corporate tax 1 year lag, right? Fact. So the cost of capital is 3%. All right. So the base my calculation is based on this. All right. So this is example, but not exactly. Okay. So you have to write according, information given here. So I just put year one cash, okay, based on information given here. Then I have the annual growth rate, interest rate, right? Interest rate, right from here, right? Okay, interest rate, cost, capital, okay. Then projection for the 5 years, because the remaining 5 years, tax 22%, depreciation rate, depreciation 30 value should be zero lah at the end. Okay. So all this information given transform in the table so that I can calculate. So first you need to calculate the purchase cost. So purchase cost given, maintenance cost is given. All right, all is given. Okay, so you need to build a table lah. That means a cash flow table, right? Start from the 3,000. So this one I think it should quite familiar, right? Cash flow. So start from the year one, right? And then growth rate is 25%, right? So 1 plus 25%. Okay. 1 plus 25% times the year one, right? Then continue year two, then 1 plus. So cash flow, I think you should know the growth rate. Okay. The cash flow for each year times 1 plus the growth rate. Okay. Then you got depreciation value. So depreciate how much? So imagine depreciation rate 30% from your initial cost. Initial you purchase 22.8 million. Okay, so depreciate original cost times the depreciate rate. So the next one, you have to say minus the original again. Right? So you have to show the calculation something like this. So I also give the formula remaining value per previous year minus the original cost times. Right? This is the following. The first one is the depreciation starting kind of depreciate value. Okay? That means one you buy the year one, yeah, you already got. Second year is your balance from the year one, the remaining from the year one. Okay? So mine then the following. Okay? And then you use depreciate value to reduce the tax, calculate the tax before the tax. So before the tax, you take the cash flow minus the maintenance cost minus the depreciate value before you calculate the tax. Okay, so take note. This one I'm not showing in video. Okay, so you can see the calculation you have to do one by one. Cash flow minus the maintenance fees minus the depreciation. Okay, so after you calculate, then you calculate the tax. So the tax is said lag 1 year. Okay, lag 1 year, right? So first year that means you don't have tax. So okay, start from the year two. So start. So you can use this logical if function. So if this value, your before tax or the net cash flow before the tax, okay, less than zero, okay, means negative zero because you still negative how to pay tax, no tax law, right? If you more than only you need to pay tax, right? And the tax amount is your tax rate times the cash flow, okay? So means if your cash flow negative, you don't need to pay tax because you didn't earn money, right? But if your net cash flow is more than zero, then you have to pay tax. Okay? So you can see the tax, but this one, so you set this one. If this one less than zero, then zero, no need to pay tax. If otherwise have to pay tax, how much the tax is your net cash flow. Okay, next cash flow. Okay, any question for the tax? For the tax part, the marks are located here. So after you have the next cash flow after tax, this one is quite straightforward. You just minus all cash flow maintenance, then minus the tax, right? So this one just minus lah. Then the following is the same one. So you have to present the table like this, step by step. This one in screen, paste into the report, and then explain. Okay. So this is after like 1 year. You pay the tax. Okay, then you have the discounted cash flow. So discounted cash flow, yeah, the formula, right? So you take the net cash flow times the discounted factor. Discounted factor is 1/1 plus, because discounted factor 1 plus I power n, right? You have to, it's 1/4 divide. So we calculate the discounted cash flow because we want to calculate the NPV. So your net present value, after you calculate your discounted cash flow, only you can get your net present value. So if your net present value positive, interpret it. Positive means, yeah, you, it's word for investment, or right? Then you just explain. So this is like 3 month addition to support. All right. So here the net present value, right? So to calculate not the initial amount, right? You must take the initial amount also. Okay, the purchase cost value. So don't forget the negative sign. Your initial amount. This is then plus sum of your discounted value. The formula is in your, like the questions we discussed week, I forgot, week 3 or week 2. Remember we discussed one of the practical class. Oh, week 1. Yeah, week 1, lesson 2. But the growth rate, interest rate only, right? Here we have depreciation and tax. You have 2 more things, right? So that's why you have two more, and also you have the tax. Yeah. So here you have more columns. Okay. So after you calculate, then here you just give a recommendation and NPV value, accept or not accept. But this one in the Excel you can just file, right? Word file, because you got the word limit, right? So you have to explain it, right? You have to explain it. Even here is 300 words, right? So 300 words in, right? Explain with the justification. So 3, okay, so you have to explain accept or not accept. I mean, you print screen this one, okay, print screen. When you print screen, just show like this. Make sure you can see this table, or you break down into 2 tables. Okay, this is 1 table. Okay, like this one. Okay, like make it, this is at 1 page now. Okay, like this is so you can like print screen. Let's say you can adjust your table yourself example, then you paste in the words let's say it's a part this one B, right? Then you paste. Okay, so you can, because here you got value, right? You can say NPV. Okay, NPV is what value? Then what is your, so maybe you can just roughly uh you know just interpret a bit lah. Okay, you can, but you don't write like one by one explain. You just explain like, okay, the initial how much, initial how much, then talk about the cash flow roughly lah, just briefly. Okay, the cash flow is based on the growth rate, then the tax, just talk about, just okay, just talk about tax. Then you can just mention like beginning and then at year five. Okay, started from, because the cash flow is negative, right? So the tax started in year three, like summarize. Then at the end, this PV for MPV explanation is 3 marks. Okay, it's 3 marks. So yeah, you have to explain this. Okay. All right. Any question for part B? For part B, any questions? So basically, you just summarize lah. I can say, okay, cash flow, okay, initial, then maintenance fee, how much flow, okay, for the first 2 years negative, then start from year three is positive. So the tax starting pay, just roughly. Then so for year one, it's roughly how much amount, then what is the discounted, what is NPV? Just make it 300 words, 303, okay lah. Okay. Any question up to here? Any question? Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes. I'll give you 5 minutes. So I want you to show me in Excel, like provide summary lah, provide summary for the results. Okay, so we can talk about initial how much, then the cash flow, tax. So basically, you need to explain how the net flow, you might need to explain why the next flow, cash flow negative, initial much, then cash flow negative. So maybe negative for year one and two. Okay, so maybe you need to explain why, just roughly lah, so that when you understand why this happened, why the tax starting pay this, because of what. So right now. Okay, so I give you 5 minutes to wrap up this one. Then I'll go to the part AB. Then I think I should be covered for this one. Then next session I will cover the week 6, 7, week 6. This is for assignment. So yeah, you all can finish the assignment first. What is the exam, by the way? What is the exam date? Anyone know when is the exam date? January 9 January. Oh, that's why I need to submit the, yeah. That's why you see, 5th, you submit the assignment. Then I need to start marking. Then by 8, I need to settle everything because 9 exam ready. So, yeah. So if you can submit early, then submit early. Okay, so try to submit early before the 5th, if possible. Then I can finish the marking faster. Any questions? So for part A, okay. So roughly, your table should look like this. Okay, now I continue part C. So part C, if new aircraft have been increased to 25 and the old plane can be traded at 2 portion modified from your this one slightly different. Yes, slightly okay. But the method same. Okay, take note the method same. So you just duplicate, you copy paste repeat info, same info from here, you can copy paste, right? Okay, the same table, but you use a two-way table. Remember, this one you have to use two-way table. So you have to set the cash flow to be discounted value. So use two-way table. Okay, use two-way table. Two-way table, uh, here I'm not using two-way table. So you have to use two-way table. Two-way table means you use the what if analysis, right? You refer back you refer back the week one. Yeah, week one. That means you set, okay? You set your value. Let's say in my case, you set the value to 25 million, right? Then trade in 2.8. Okay, so you set find the cash flow and the MPV. Yeah. So this one you just set the cash flow. You want to find the trade value 2.8, you give the range. Okay, give the range between that. is this is C, right? So because the question is this one must use as here this example is a two-way this but not compulsory lah. Your or yours one is it? Or yours one you have to using a use two-way data table. That means find an updated NPV using so you put the NPV. That means you create the two-way table right along top, right? Then you have the purchase cost, and yours is a trade-in value. Okay, you don't use this. Okay, so for your case, this one is a MPV formula. Then you have a long top is your on top. Purchasing English is 26 million cost. Okay, laptop is the cost. So your alongside be the trade-in. So you have to give the within the value must include. Okay, so if here is a 25 million, so 25 must in between. So maybe you can put in 20, 25, 30, 35, right? So trade in 2.8 million, maybe you can start from 2.5 million, 2.6, 2.7, 2.8, 2.9, 3 million example. Okay, so must within, so you set like this. Your two ways. So maybe you have this calculation. Oh, same answer like this. Not this. So okay, maybe you have to duplicate because you need to use the formula. So you go here, you create a copy, create a copy. That means you will get same one. All right, this is what you need to do. Right? This is your part B, right? Part C, you duplicate. Then you duplicate. Then you rename it to C. Okay, rename it to C. Okay, that means you rename it to C, and then you do the two-way data table. Okay, so two-way data table, you can refer to the weak one. That means this one got you all the answer already. Okay, so you can give along top is a cost. Okay, increase to 25 million. So must include the 25 million. Okay, that means you can start with 20, 23, 24, 25, 26, up to you lah. Okay, this one, training cost must include because for practical, got few students didn't follow instruction because I already mentioned in the class, right? When you do projection, when you do two-way data, you must have the value in between, right? 2.8, this is 25, this is 2.8. So must include 2.8. So one is alongside, this is along top, okay? Right? Any questions? Any question? Then this is your formula MPV formula. That means you calculate, you auto get the answer for you. Right? You, okay. So this is part A, B, it's done. Yeah, I think I cover too much already. Other other tutors, I don't think they cover so details. Right. Okay. So this one 5 marks only. The means create the two-way data table. Then you project. You project. If this one change, how the changes, just roughly explain. Right. So D already show the PU show. D calculation based on here lah. Okay. Yeah, I think right. Yeah, citation must follow APA format here. Okay. Okay, any more questions up to here? Any more questions? Depreciate, not really understand the previous year. Is it means that, like example, year 3, we need to add year 1 minus original, the part A, B. Part A, B, depreciate. This one. Okay. Okay, first you got a cash flow, right? So after that, your depreciate based on the depreciate value. So the year 1 is your initial depreciate rate. So this is year 1, okay, for the year 1. That means the first formula. But the year 2 onwards, because you already depreciate, right? The year 2 is your remaining value minus, okay, your depreciate amount again for the year 2 and the following, okay? Which means that your original cost here is your year 1, okay? Your year 1. So the following same year 3, when you calculate, it's based on the year 2. So this is our depreciate. Okay. Any questions? Any other questions? So if no question, I will end this session. And I think immediate, I will get the recording. I will send to only here 13 student only, right? Yeah, only those students attend my class here. So as I mentioned, you will attend my class like more than 45 minutes, and you will get the link. If you attend only 5 minutes, you don't get the link. Okay. So if you miss out this session, you don't get the recording. All right. So I mentioned in the announcement. So if you want to get the recording link, then you join the next session. Okay. Minus one. Yes, because you already minus one the previous year, the first depreciate. Imagine you buy a car.